Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to Coding Improv, the show where the code's made up and the points don't matter. If you're unfamiliar with this, I'll show you past episodes and such here. So this is episode 7, officially. But the idea with this show is we get suggestions from the chat at the very beginning, and then everything I build is mostly influenced by those suggestions. So we have no idea what we're going to do right now. Once we get those suggestions, we'll start building. To give you an idea of the kinds of things we build here, this is the first episode, and the She-Boss, thank you for that gifted sub. The first episode was called Bean Hiker. We have this really ugly looking map. You basically, you catch Pokemon. That's really lucky. We caught a Pokemon, and then you create a trail. And then along the trail, you might get beans. And then you can keep going. So that's an example of one app. Let's see. There's some other things we've done. Mark Boots, thank you for that sub. Is that a resub? Tier 1! Thank you, Mark. You are nice. That's a nice app. Oh, thank you. There's other ones, but basically it's totally completely random. We don't know what we're going to build. But right now I'm going to say hello. We're going to, just welcome everybody in. And then when I enable suggestions, you will have the opportunity to suggest something that will influence the app that I write. So we're going to be using seedlings. These are channel points that you get by watching the show. If you click here, and if you click scroll down, if you scroll down, how to earn seedlings shows you how you can get seedlings. But mainly this is, at least for right now, a reward for people that are here pretty often. The improv suggestion does cost 1,337 seedlings. All right. How's everybody doing? Mark Boots says, my first paycheck as a web dev. So finally my first sub. Oh, thank you, Mark Boots. That's very, very kind of you. And congrats. Congrats on your first paycheck. That's awesome. Abel says, Bean Hiker is the greatest website I've ever seen in my life. Nice. My day's going really well. I ate really healthy food yesterday, and then I slept wonderfully. And I feel great. And I looked in the mirror, and it looks kind of like I lost weight just by eating well for one day. It also could be the fact that I shaved a few days ago. I don't know, but I'm feeling good. Yeah, I need to update the README. Yeah, there's some updates I need to make. So it's limited to 1 suggestion per person, and they usually go pretty quick. Imagine sleeping well, right? All right, let's say hi to everybody. Welcome everyone in. You can say any one of these things. Hi, hello, hey, morning, afternoon, evening, howdy, good day, coding hiyo, vohiyo, boga hey. Let's also add hey guys to the list. Hey guys. This one. Hey guys. Like this. Cool. All right, so if you say any of those things, the chat is filtered. Let's go back in time to 12 minutes ago, when amazingly SK was the first one to say hello. You all can also play the drop game, like so. And Ched, a whole year! Thank you, Ched. Very much appreciated. Thanks for all the support. And Weird Divide with the 3-month resub. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, play the drop game too. Yeah, thank you, everyone. All right, hello, amazingly. Welcome. Hello, Coding Garden fan, and Jay Getachu, and IPD, and username unknown 404, and Limeoats. Hello, Mark, and Darkomon, and Colloquial Owl, and hello, Slushing Zedru, and the She-Boss. How's it going? What's up, Manil? And Nofto, and Electrothermal, and Dario, and King Rapula, and Depopom, and One Line of Me. Hello, Jonic. What's up? Not much. Hello, Claros. What's up, Rogue Soul, and Funny Boy Rocks. It's been a while. I'm glad you could be here, Funny Boy. What's up, Calareza, and Friniz. Hello, Freak Zombie, and Dev Gabriel, and Alberbrot. What's up, Sumant and Mark Boots? Hello, Sound of Gaming and Mikus. What's up, 0x4550? Hello, Dropmania. Hello, The Stereo. Hello, Photon. Abel, hello. Not to sound forward, but I kind of preferred the coding improv that you had in the first episode. Rather than planning, you just made something, and if someone did something in the chat, you'd put it in. Yeah, but it was an evolution, right? An evolution of coding the thing, because if I'm just looking at the chat to get suggestions, people suggest a lot of bad things. Like they suggest as much as I can tell people to not suggest specific technologies or specific things for me to build, they keep doing that, which is why I settled on, like, if you watch episode 1 and 2, I'm kind of like working out how we can get it going. And episode 2 is, I think, the first place we did this. Yeah. I mean, and so like it is fun to get suggestions at random, but people like to suggest a lot, which is why I limit it at the beginning and then we just build the thing. But yeah, I know. We're doing our best. And Drop Mania, thank you for that Prime sub, 2 months. Very good, very good. And hello, Alexander, and Deadshot. What's up, Danger Mouse, and Diffinfarb, and it's Ryan. And hello, TD Racing, and Jamin, and Imposter Engineer, and Alex Clark Games. What's up, Mr. Ben Coder? Ahoy! Hello, The Art of Missy. What's up, King Coding? And No BB. And Commodore Dragon. Hello, hello. What's up, Abdul? And Trebori. And Sir Davos. Welcome back. Hello, Demer. And Kubobo. And Barreto. And Najaye. And hello, Milos. And Hetty, the greatest noob. How's it going? What's up, Ability? We could do this set topic saying hello. Look at that. Oh, no worries, Ability. See you next time. Hello, Jim McDonald and Chris Griffin. What's up, Zybe Hav and Nikki Poo? Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you could be here on this wonderful Friday. Hello, Cookify. What's up, Yanmi? I think we should just do it. Let's do it. So, like I mentioned, I guess I'll redo the whole intro because I'm probably going to clip this to be a YouTube video. Okay, hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ, and welcome to Coding Improv. This is officially episode 7. You can see all of the past episodes code here on GitHub. And the idea of the show is I'm about to get some suggestions from the chat. So I'm going to enable stream redemptions. And you can use your seedlings. These are basically like loyalty points. The more you watch the stream, the more seedlings you get. But there is specifically one reward that you can request that costs 1,337 seedlings. And when you redeem it, you will get to suggest one word. And we're going to get 10 suggestions from the chat. And we'll use those 10 suggestions to build an app. We have no idea what we're going to build. We'll see. And the main thing here is I do not want you to suggest a technology, a framework, an idea. I don't want you to be specific. I want you to be very general. So you can suggest things like computer or guitar or strawberry. Anything like that is fine, just not Vue or React or anything like that. Okay, I think that's mainly it. I'm about to enable the redemption. I think that's it. Yeah, you can watch the other episodes on YouTube at this link here. And this video you're watching will also be in that playlist as well. Let's go. Who's ready? Let's go. Okay, right now I will enable improv suggestions. So first 10 suggestions are in. They're in. There we go. Great work, everyone. So let's see what we got. Yeah, people are, oh, wait, what just happened? Sorry about that. I'm pressing buttons. People are, they're ready. They've been here before. They know the deal. Okay, but here, these are our suggestions. So Colloquial Ow has suggested community. I like this one. We are a community here. That's great. Sound of Gaming has suggested laundry. Drop Mania has suggested friends. We've got Cactus from Asset Spark. One Line of Me has crystal ball. Cypher has raptor. Salty Ohm with steak. No baby with retro. Nookie Poo has suggested cube. And Mark Boots has suggested UFO. Now I just have to say, at first glance, this is probably the best list of suggestions we've ever gotten. I'm excited about. There's so many places we could go. I like it. Let's take a quick stretch. Yes. Well, also, I'll take a sip of my drink. I'm drinking an invisible smoothie. It's got strawberries, bananas, coconut water, vanilla yogurt. I think that's it. It's pretty good. Yeah. An app where you can find somebody to do your laundry with. Okay, yeah, so these are awesome. Thank you all for those suggestions. Let us spend roughly 5 minutes coming up with an overarching idea that'll kind of like get us started, and then we'll go from there. So we'll just do a 5-minute timer. And away we go. Yeah, someone said cactus. What's up, El Cactus? Okay. So we have community. I mean, I really like community. I kind of like that needs. I think that needs whatever we do. It has to be community related. That's going to be like the top level thing. We could. Somebody mentioned it. Something or kind of like this, but we could build an app where you could find places to do laundry with friends. Crystal ball is interesting because this is kind of like we could tell the future of your community, something about laundry. I don't know what we're gonna do with a raptor. We could have community steaks. You could get find steaks to eat together with the community. We also could do like a UFO tracker. Colloquial is very happy with your. Yeah, I'm happy with your. I get. Some sort of cube, a community cube. What if it's like, okay, I'm getting an idea. So what if, it's not a crystal ball, but it's like the magic 8-ball. You know, you shake the magic 8-ball and then it tells you yes or no, kind of like predicts the future. What if we had a magic cube, not a crystal ball? I mean, this is why it's related, but we'll have a magic cube. It'll have, it's a crystal cube. It'll have 6 sides. Each side will have some sort of answer or suggestion on it, and you can spin it. And maybe these are suggestions for like things to do with the community. Like if you're looking for an activity. Yeah, I think we might get some 3D involved. We haven't done that before. But yeah, like what if it's it's an activity spinner? You spin it and it gives you something that you should do with your friends. And these could be some of our options. You could grill a steak. You could go UFO watching. You could do some laundry. You could go to the science museum and look at the raptor skeletons. You could go out in the middle of the desert and punch a cactus. You could dress up like it's the 80s and go to a club. So I think that's what we're gonna do. That's it. We're building a community cube. Basically, you get a. It's not a dare. I don't want to punch. No, not punching a cactus. Let's. I mean, what else would you do with a cactus? I guess you wouldn't punch a cactus. That would hurt. I'm sorry, El Cactus. I did not mean to offend you. But that's what we're gonna build. We're gonna build a magic cube, a magic community cube. Okay. The Crystal Community Cube. All right. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. It's not gonna be anything amazing, but it is gonna be fun. I think the funnest part here is like getting a cube on the screen that. It could. I mean, why would it have spikes? But I was thinking it could have like spikes, like a cactus. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be activities friends can enjoy, and these will be some of them that we can add on there. We could pull from a list, and then also, and Flaximamon, thank you for the resub. Do I know the anti-JS movement? I'm not familiar with it as a thing, but I know that, for like accessibility and like older devices and stuff like that, people are building websites that don't use any JavaScript. Yeah, I know it's a thing. I'm not sure of what you suggested though. The colors of a cactus. Okay, I'm ready. I'm like we have our idea. Let's go. We basically Crystal Community Cube. So a cube that you can spin to get a suggestion for something to do with your friends or community, like that. Yeah, and the other aspect is we could get submissions from Twitch chat. So you could suggest. Let's do this. Community suggestions can be pulled from Twitch chat. So you all could suggest things to add to the cube, and those will be possibilities that pop up. Yeah. You still have some seedlings? Oh, I haven't. I got to do this. Complete. and those seedlings will be taken away. Well, they should anyways. Max! How's it going? Thank you for that resub. What's up? Not much. Yeah, so I'm going to use a cube, but it's still, like, we could have a list of 100 different things that could pop up depending on the side of the cube. But maybe each side of the cube, like, each color represents a different type of activity. Different sides are different types of activities. And then whichever one it lands on, we pull from a list of those types of activities, I guess. I don't know. Let's start writing some code. And good to see you, Norchest. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so we're not going to limit to 6. It's just going to be a 6-sided cube. I don't know. Step 1, we need a spinning cube. So several people have mentioned Three.js. This is a JavaScript library for doing 3D things in the browser. And we can look at, I mean, all of these are like real-world apps that use Three.js. Specific, like there's this Rubik's Cube from Google. Wait, is that a GIF? I think it's a GIF. How do we... Yeah, we need the interactive version. Look at this. I'm using the arrow keys, or no, I'm not. It's mixing it up. Okay, yeah. So now I can do this. How do I? Yeah, okay, yeah. And then I can rotate like this. So this is kind of what we need, but we want it to like spin itself and then just like land on a side. But let's take a look at their examples. So if we look at examples. We need a cube. We got to get a cube on the screen. Interactive cubes, geometry or cube. Yeah, look at that. It's a box. Oh, like what if the cube, this box spins and then it like, I mean, I don't want to get too ambitious, but it could. I mean, it technically, basically, you're rolling a dice. You're totally right, my boots. You're basically rolling a dice. But what if it like smashed and then the activity popped out of it? I don't know. I want some base code that like gives me a camera that I can move around with my mouse. I don't know. Things are getting slow. I know that Chrome actually handles WebGL at least in my experience, a whole lot better than Firefox, but that's okay. Let's see what else we got. VR hand input cubes, VR cubes. Can do a fake spin and box explodes to show the results. Hopefully. Let's just look at the docs. Because what we kind of need is we need a camera. A cube camera. What's a cube camera? Create 6 cameras that render a WebGL cube render target. Whoa. Let's look at an example. This is kind of what we need. Whoa. Dynamic cube reflection. I mean, we don't care about the cube reflection, but it does have the mouse movement. Wait, is this all the same thing? All right, what about shading? Whoa. What about this one? It's the same. Okay. I honestly don't know what this cube camera is giving us that a regular camera doesn't give us. So abstract base class for cameras. This class should always be inherited when you build a new camera. We want a perspective camera. What's a stereo effect? Whoa, you could do something with like Google Cardboard. That's crazy cool. Okay. What's this do? Skeletal animation blending. Whoa. Okay. I'm trying to find like an example that we can use as our base, and then we can go from there. And I mean, this one is pretty cool. Only there's a whole lot of shapes and stuff here. I don't know. Let's just use this one. Let's see what we get by using this one. Well, let's just look at the code really quick. So we bring in Three.js. We load this texture. Equirectangular reflection mapping. Interesting. We do some things. Cube render target. There's a lot of code in here. I mean, it's actually honestly not that much code to get that going. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy and paste this and see if we can get it at least showing up on our page, and then we'll start to modify it to make it into a community cube. Okay, so index.html. Let's throw this in. And we need well, it's pulling in some CSS. Let's see what that is. Examples, main.css. Sure. Why not? Yeah, I mean, we're going to copy and paste first and then modify. We'll copy and paste, get it working, and then we'll make it work for our needs. Okay. What else? We need the actual library itself, and I think this is pulling it from build 3.module.js. Is that the only JavaScript file we need? I think it is. So we go here, we go to build 3.module.js. Let's download this. Oh, it just gave us the contents. That's fine. So I'm just going to create a new file called 3.module.js that has this inside of it. There we go. Let's save that. And then we'll close the README, save it. And right here, this will just be import from /3.module.js. All right. Let's see. Will it work? All right. See you later, Abel. Thanks for dropping in. And Koozie, thank you for the bits. How am I doing? I'm doing great. It's a great day. Will it work on the first try? No, it won't, because we don't have the image. We forgot to get the texture that it's using. At least that's one thing. But we need this textures / this one 22944732375. Three.js examples textures. Is this it? Happy Friday, Freak Zombie. What am I doing? I'll tell you. Building a community cube. Cool. What is a community cube? We don't even know, but we will get there. Okay, just a second. Let me download this texture. This is actually really cool. Like, if we could find, maybe you all can help me out with this. We need a texture that looks like this. I'll get you the dimensions, but if we can get a texture with the same dimensions that looks like this, we could be in a different room, which would be awesome. So if you want to suggest one, I would be happy to pull it in. Let me save this. Yes. Okay, so I have downloaded it, and now it's in the folder here, right there. So, I mean, let's put it in a folder called, just so it matches up, we'll put it in a folder called textures. Throw this in there. Let's see if we can get the dimensions. It is 4096, you can't see it, but it's 4096 by 2048. Great, okay. Now that we have that, maybe it'll work. That's amazing. We've done it. Let's take a quick break, a quick stretch. HD Raven. So these are like indoor 360-degree pictures. Whoa. Wow. Okay, this is awesome. Let's yeah, we're done. We're done. Push it to production. No, let's find a new one. Let's find one to bring in. Colorful Studio. That's cool. What's this? Artist Workshop. That's cool. What's up, Chief Mastardo? These are called HDRI images. That's good to know, Ed. So they're like 3D 360-degree projection images. We have to figure out like a good one for we need a community room. Like I don't know, a place that looks nice and inviting. Maybe it's got some couches. Olaf, thank you for the 9-month resub. Yo, 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 yo. One with a cactus. Yes, let's see if we can find one. We'll be in the middle of a desert. That's it. That's perfect. We'll be in a desert. Okay, search for cactus. There are no results. Let's search for desert. Oh no. Oh no. How did I accidentally close Firefox without it telling me? Man. It's supposed to ask before it closes. We will not switch categories. We are just chatting. I'm searching for cactus in the indoor category. You're totally right. We need to go to outdoor. Oh, we're definitely gonna get a cactus here. We're not. Dessert. Okay, quick tip for those of you that don't know how to spell dessert. Or no, dessert versus desert. So dessert has 2 S's because dessert is simply scrumptious, whereas desert only has 1 S. There we go. Is there any cactus in here? There's not. There's a nature category. Is that the one? Oh, I'm in outdoor. Let's try nature. Okay. Cactus. Desert. Yeah, let's just try all. You're right. You're right. There's still only one. There was another website that was suggested. This one, Texturify. Panorama environment. I was told desert has 2 S's because you want more of it. That's a good one. I like simply scrumptious, though. Desert. Not found. Cactus. Not found. We might just go with the first desert one we find. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Let's just grab this one for now. Okay, how can we download it? I think we want 4K. It's a 23 megabyte image. Wow, okay. Textures. Oh, it's an HDR file. I don't want that. I want an image file. How do I get the image file? I need to convert an HDR file. Well, let's look into that. Or actually, if we look on that other site that I was just on, do they just provide direct image downloads? Free download. Download texture. Hey. Yeah, okay, let me just save this. We're gonna put it in textures. We'll call this gazebo.jpg. Great. And then we are here. This is our local one. And if we change this to be textures/gazebo.jpg. Wow. That's so cool. And like the reflection, it's amazing. Like obviously this is like being projected onto it, but that is awesome. That's awesome. Convert IO HDR to PNG, maybe. Okay. There's a button for JPEG download. Where is it? Oh, it's this. I see. Okay. Literally. Okay, so this is desert.jpg. Okay. Let's try loading that one. That's so cool. Wow. Okay. I've written 0 code, but I am still very proud of myself that I actually got this loaded in. That's awesome. Okay, as the father of the cactus, I approve the desert. Nice, nice. That would use a reflection map rather than a real image. Reflection maps are just a texture applied to reflection probe. Interesting. These are all words I don't know, but I could learn them, I think. Am I really small, or is my chair just massive? Massive. It's also the camera angle. What's up, Payload? Just for you. I mean, not just for you. For everybody. This is for everybody's benefit. We are going to increase my size. What did I just do? Just a second. There you go. I don't know, but I'm happy with this. This is great. Okay, let's first of all, let's link this. This is literally just called GeoGap. I want to link to the creator of the image, just like they linked to the creator of the image. Okay. So if we look in the HTML, there's this right here. So created by, and then the person's name. So we're going to throw this person's name, and we're going to throw a link to the image. Well, is this the GeoGap is the name of the image? It is. That's so weird. Okay. I'm not using Node. This is all in the web browser. So this is all just web browser JavaScript. I am using a library called Three.js. That's what's allowing us to do everything, basically. That's what gives us this 3D environment, which lets us add this. We can get rid of the Three.js link here. Cool. All right. I made this. I copy-pasted the code and then changed the texture. All right, so here's what I want to do next. I want that spinning cube to be in the center instead of the circle. So let's look at the code and see if we can deduce kind of like what's happening. Yeah, these are all just local files, exactly. Okay, so that loaded that. Let's zoom out a little bit. Just a cactus object to load into the scene. Let's see. Nice. We could. So what's cool is that this is a 3D environment. So we could place a cactus like right there. We could load in the 3D object and place the cactus. I'll keep that open if we get to it. But we need to figure out how these other things are being added. So this is the cube render target. And then we have a cube camera. So we have 3 cube render targets. 1, 2. No. Okay, then here's the sphere. Here's the cube, and here's the torus. So let's see what happens if we don't add the sphere. It's just those two. Awesome. Beautiful. But is this the location on the screen? Where are we setting the location of the mesh? I'm gonna look up this, the icosahedron geometry, to see what those 2 arguments that are being passed in are. Is this it? This is the x, y, and z. So if we do 20 and then 8 and then 0, which is I guess what was happening here, the thing will be at the center. No, that is not what those parameters are. Those are the size. Oh yeah, so I see. Yeah, it's a 20 by 20 by 20. That makes sense. Oh, I don't think it's coordinates. Well, is it though? Let's see what else is happening here. So, animate. It's probably in the render function. Okay, yeah. So, we're setting the cube position. So the render function is running over and over again and updating the cube position based on that rotation. So we've got the position, we've got the rotation, and then the camera position. But the XYZ is all multiplied by 30. What if we multiply it by 1? I'm curious. And then we'll get rid of the sphere that's in the center. I'm a genius. All right, so let's just get rid of the... So we got rid of the sphere. Let's get rid of the torus. Let's see where else the sphere is referenced. Indeed, amazing. Yeah, let's just get rid of the variable. Make sure nothing else is referencing it. Nope, nothing else. And then the torus. There are 6 references. Yeah, so here we're just updating the torus position and rotation. Wow. Let's make it bigger. We're going to get a big old cube. So what we determined earlier was that was the sizing whenever we added the cube mesh here. So what if we go to, let's go to 30. 30 by 30 by 30. That's bigger. You saw a lat instead of a let? Lat. Oh, it's is this latitude and longitude? That's weird. They should have used X and Y, but they used latitude and longitude for some reason, right? Doesn't it make more sense to be X and Y? But regardless. Bigger! Yeah, let's go bigger. Where are we creating that mesh? Right here. So we're going to go, let's go 50. Nice! This is amazing. Okay. Wow. I am so satisfied with this. This is so cool. All right. Now, I mean, we're almost done basically. Like, okay, what else? Is it's spinning too fast? We can lower the. Are you saying it's spinning too fast? Let's play around with that because the rotation here, we could just half it like this, and this should spin a little bit slower. Yeah, look at that. But actually, no, we want it to spin faster because this is what we want. Yeah, so like we'll have it so that you can spin it, and then when you spin it, it'll start rotating faster. Let's go with this. Did I break something? My whole computer is frozen. That's what's up. Firefox is having some issues with WebGL. Well, now we wait. I literally can't click anything. I guess I'll go. Oh, I can't even do that. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Too fast. Oh, there we go. Nice. Thank you, Ed, for that. So Ed is saying if you want to learn Three.js, which is the library that we're using, Bruno Simon has a course, the Three.js Journey. It's expensive. It's pricey, but it's high quality and extensive. Cool. Thank you for watching. That was it. Okay. Then I need to ease out to slow the rotation at the end. Possibly. One side should spin faster, so it's not just gyrating, it's actually spinning. What happens if we just rotate the X? That happens. That makes a whole lot of sense. And then the camera is rotating around that. But I guess if the X and the Y... Spin it with your hand. Wait, you can? No, spin. This is moving the camera angle. I don't think we're adjusting the spin, or are we? Make it stop. All right. To make it stop, we just don't rotate it. Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's look at our to-do list because. I don't know, but I'm happy with what we have done so far. What's up, Ute? Welcome to the show. A cube that you spin to get a suggestion for something to do with your friends or community. Great. So we've got a cube. This, in turn, is the crystal ball. We kind of sort of have a cactus because we're in a desert. Now we need to add the suggestions. So do we just try and render it like right on the cube? Like, do we... this is just so cool. I just like looking at it. But yeah, we could pick. So when the page loads, we could pick like 6 random suggestions, put those on the cube, and then wherever it stops, it decides. The other thing is we don't put them on the cube at all. We just spin it, and then after it's done spinning, the cube disappears, and we show some text that says what your suggestion is. Those are, yeah, you're right. You can see the bottom, like there's 2 triangles here. They're triangle reflections. Whoa. Can we make it explode? I don't know. That might be asking too much. I just know nothing about this. I'd have to learn a lot. All right. Let's see if we can just get some text onto the cube. Let's see if that's possible. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, I haven't talked about this library at all, but basically, what it does is it's a higher level language to work with WebGL. So WebGL is a very specific programming language for programming graphics cards or programming graphics. But WebGL is for the browser. There is OpenGL, which is for like desktop things. But if we look at the wiki, let's see if we can find some example syntax. Let's search MDN for WebGL. It's really weird, the technical article. I want to show you just some WebGL code. Matrix math for the web. Okay, so we've got a matrix. Great. Wait, what? That's not WebGL, is it? Can we use this on React Native? Yeah, I mean, with React Native, you would pop open a web view, and then you could use it in there. But with React Native, you probably want to use like actual OpenGL, because it's native. A basic 2D WebGL example. Here we go. Well, this is a vertex shader, but this syntax here like is what WebGL understands. You got attributes, uniform, stuff like that. Three.js makes it so it's all JavaScript. Oh, an explosion effect? Nice. Thank you, Royal. Let's take a look. I'll just copy this link. Well, I can search for it. WebGL modifier, tessellation. These are examples. But regardless, I guess what I was mentioning is Three.js makes it really easy to add 3D to your page, and behind the scenes, it's using like OpenGL or WebGL shaders and stuff like that. So they give you scenes, they give you cameras, they give you a way to render mesh on the page, meshes. They give you ways to render like 3D models onto a page. So that's a thing. I wonder if we can search for like explosion here. Is it the tessellation? Because this is a really slow explosion. Wow. Okay, I just want to get text onto one side of the cube. Creating text, here we go. Using the HTML is generally the easiest and fastest manner to add text. This is the method for descriptive overlays. Right. That's not what we want, though. We want... we want to draw the text onto the mesh, I guess. I don't really know. Use this method if you wish to draw text easily on a plane in your Three.js scene. Okay. Tweak the z-index. No, the thing is, if we use CSS and DOM, it would just be 2D. It basically would give us this, like that text right there. But we want text to be rendered onto the scene, onto one side of the mesh. Procedural text geometry. If you prefer to work purely in Three.js, you can create a mesh whose geometry is an instance of Three text geometry. In order for this to work, however, your text geometry will need an instance of a 3-dot font to set on its font parameter. It would be quite tricky, probably with a texture or something like this. Let's see. Make VR user interfaces with Three.js. Whoa. Okay, that's a thing. And then here we're saying texture projection. How to project a texture onto an object. Let's view the demo. Not quite sure what's happening there. I mean, there's text in the background, but is that what we're looking at? I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading the docs. So we could, okay, let's look at geometry or text example. Cool. Change the color, change the font, change the weight, change the bevel. All right. Let's look at the code for this. Because if we can add that onto the scene in the right place, that would put it, it's not going to be actually on the cube. It's just going to be positionally. Well, I guess if it's positionally there, then when the cube is rotating, we would have to rotate it as well. That's going to make it harder. Yeah, it has to group with the position of the planes for sure. I see. So if you want a drawing to wrap on a ball, you use the texture projection. Oh, thank you, Juicebox. Thanks for being here. Shout out to Juicebox. I honestly feel like I'm in a little over my head because I've never really worked with 3D stuff before, so this is gonna be tricky. Can add the text and cube to a group and then move the group as a whole. So I think that's what we'll do. Let's do that. Let's try to get this 3D text geometry working, and then try to group them together. Okay, so what we need is we need this. Where can I find the example? Type or enter new text. Coding Garden. Okay. Well, that's weird. We need to find this in the examples folder. How do we get there? This button, that button. This is the button. Okay, so we've got a bunch of stuff going on. They have the text, height, curve segments, font map, Helvetiker. Okay. Oh, look at this. Somebody's done it on Stack Overflow. I was in the process of figuring it out, but let's see. You can use 3.mesh face materials. All you need to do is pass an array containing the materials and specify the map for each of the faces. What? So it has literally just has the word text on it. Okay, we'll keep that open. If we can't figure it out, we'll use that. But I do want to try to maybe kind of figure it out. All right, we have our. This is basically setting up all the fonts and the settings. This, I guess, is picking like a hex color. So we've got a camera target. We've got the scene, background. We've got some fog, some directional light. I don't know if we need any of that. Or we might already have some of that in the example that we're using. Cool. They are creating a group. They're creating a plane. There's a lot happening. But what I want to see is like the render function, how it's updating. So create text. This is kind of what we need. So create a geometry. We calculate what the center should be. We create a mesh, and then we add that mesh to the group. This is I think this is the code that we need. Yeah, so that's what Ed is saying. It's kind of what we need. All right, here we go. So, in the render function is where we're updating the position. If we find wherever we add that cube mesh, that's where we want to add this as well. So this is where we're adding the cube to the scene. And this is where we will create a text mesh. Cool. Well, no, I guess we probably need a variable defined at the same place as cube so we can use it later. We might not need to use it later, though, if we're using a group. But regardless, that's there. What font do we want to use? We'll have to hard code it. So our options are, did it load anything else? No. We just had the list here. Let's go with Helvetiker. Comic Sans. I don't know what our options are. And then our default size is 70. We can go, let's go smaller than that, 60. The height is 20. Curve segments is 4. Bevel thickness is 2. Bevel size is 1.5. Bevel enabled is true. So this gets the bounding box, figures out what the center offset should be. That's fine. Then we create a mesh. We set the position. What is hover? We're just going to set that to 0 for now, the Y position. No rotation, and then some Y rotation. And then we're adding that to the group. But instead of adding it to the group, we're just going to add it to the scene. So I'll do scene.add text mesh. Let's see if this does anything for us. Text is not defined. Oh, right here. Hello world. Font parameter is not an instance of 3.font. So I think they do some loading here for the font map with 3.font. How are they loading the font? Oh, there's a load font function. There's a font loader here. Okay. Yeah, so we need a font loader. We want... Oh, I see. So let's make a function for it. Load font. Name and size, I guess. What did it need? And weight. Let's take a quick stretch. Font weight. Font name. And then what does refresh text do? I see. So it basically removes the text mesh and then re-adds it after the font has loaded. How about we turn this into a promise? So we can say, return a new promise that is going to do this business here, but we want to resolve that promise when the font is ready. Well, welcome, Brain. You found me through Kitboga? That's awesome. Yeah, we've been raided a few times by Kit. It's always fun when he brings his friends in. What is Kitboga? Well, I'll tell you what Kitboga is. He's actually, I don't think he's streaming today. He's off today. But he calls scammers and wastes their time, which is a beautiful thing. This is a Kitboga. Are you ready? This is a Kitboga. Yeah, and it's absolutely hilarious. And it's a fun time. Why no async await? Because this function accepts a callback. It does not return a promise. We can use this thing with async await though. So, I mean, and actually what we want to do is we want to resolve it. So we can say resolve. So this function will now return a promise that resolves to a loaded font. It should anyways. And so now we might be able to async await it. The only thing is, I don't know if we can do an async await right here. I guess the init, we can try though. We can try. So if we make this the init an async function, then we can do it like so. We can say the font equals await load font with the name. And then that will get loaded in right there. The only issue is, like, where does init get called? Gets called with a texture. Should be fine. Oh? Oh, but now we need to pass in the weight. We need to pass in the weight of the font. Yeah. Hax has it. What is our default weight? Oh, bold. Helvetiker bold. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's not my cube. I literally, most of this code is just copy pasted. But what we did was we got it working to we added our own background mesh. So now we're like in a desert. We got rid of the other shapes. Okay. Helvetiker bold was not found. Yeah, because it's trying to request. Okay, so I think I need to download this font. So yeah, here it is. Fonts. And then Helvetiker bold. I need this. Here we go. Save this in a folder called fonts. Here we go. Okay, materials is not defined on line 135. Oh, here. What is that supposed to be? Let's look at their code. Mesh Fong material. Okay. It's fine with me. Like that. Are you happy? Something's happening. Wait, did it? My whole computer froze again. Let's go. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I think it worked, but it's gigantic. It says, I think it says "Hello World," but it's really big. It's a little bit big. Cool. It's a wee bit large. Okay. Let's just go with like a height of 5? I mean, how is the height and size different? Oh, thank you, Orca. Well, hello world. I guess this, if we do a height of 10 and a size of 5, let's see where we go. What is dat.gui? Is that a library for creating user interfaces in 3D? It's inside the cube. So that's great. Yeah, so now, I mean, now we just need to position it so that it is actually on a side of the cube. I think that is the time to load the font. Yeah. That's why it's like freezing for a second when we're trying to load it. Okay, apparently the color isn't being set. Let's see how they set the color. Oh, because it starts off as black. I see. So we just have to set the color here. Red, green, blue. We're gonna make it like a lime green. And then I think the Z location will make like 30. Let's see. I love how my entire computer freezes when he tries to load the font. Would you look at that? It's still black though. But it does say hello world, and it's at about the right Z index. We could bring that down a little bit. Cool. Let's work on this text. We're gonna half everything. There is a light source. Yeah. So that's probably why it's black, is because we don't have a light source. You're totally right, Dropmania. But that is roughly the size that we need. So now we need a light source. Let's see how they're doing it. Lights. We have a directional light and a point light. Well, I guess we just add it. Though, it's setting the position to 0, 0, 1, so 1 in the Z index, and then this is, this one is, I don't know, we'll have to play around with the location. Hey? Hey? Nice. Hello, world. Is there a global light source already? I actually have no idea. I don't know. Okay, that's a really fat font. How can we fix that? So, bevel thickness. We need to bring that way down, right? Yeah, you can see the reflection of the text on the cube itself. I mean, I guess it's the best Hello World I've ever seen. Now it's even harder to read. Bevel size. Just remove the I don't know if I can do that. Ta-da! Ambient Light adds a soft white light to the scene. Let's try that. Thank you, Acid Spark. I guess if we decrease the font weight, I have to download a different font file. Let's see, though. Let me look at fonts. We do have Helvetica regular. Let me get this one. Yeah, let me get this one. And then we can load regular. And we'll try with this ambient light. Ambient light. Is the color? It's a soft white light on everything. Because these lights were directional, this just adds ambient light to the scene. This could affect it, how everything looks, though. Hey! It's not horrible. The only thing is, the reflection's awesome because it's reflecting it into the scene, so it makes it look like the text is in the scene itself. So that's fine. The only thing is we don't have... Actually, if I change the color of the edges, it might be a little more discernible. So like the sides should be black. Yeah, like this. Totally and completely readable. Now for... here's the thing. If we turn rotation of the cube back on, this is going to just rotate right through that text. We don't want that. We want the text to rotate with the cube. Yeah, see, look at it. It's just going right through it. But if we add them to a group, we can rotate them together. So the text will rotate with the cube. Here we go. Yeah, and I also will decrease the Z index. Let's go to like 25. Actually, let's do that first. Let's figure out the location to get it exactly on the cube, and then we'll group them together to get them to rotate together. Poor text. Hey, that's great. I mean, it still technically reflects, but look at that. Okay. Now we need a group. Somebody showed it earlier. I'm just going to search their docs for group. Group object. Create a new group, add the group. Easy. So, right now when we add the mesh, we're just immediately adding it to the scene. So what we'll do is we will create a group first. We will add the cube to the group. Here, instead of adding it to the scene. And then when we add the light still needs to be in the entire scene, but this will add to the group. Cool. And I guess the group is positioned at like 0. I mean, it's positioned at the origin, which is what we want. And then now we should do a group.position. Oh, yeah, we need to do that. Thank you, D-Rocks. We need to add the group to the scene as well. And is there anywhere else we're accessing the cube? Cube camera. Should be fine. Honestly, this is probably going to end up with some really weird results here that we're going to have to work out. But let's see. Now at this point, we'll do scene.add group. I am coding a rotating cube that will have community activity suggestions. Group is not defined, that makes sense. When the page loads, you'll spin the cube, you'll get a suggestion, and then it's something that you can do with your friends or with your community. This app itself was all inspired by suggestions from the chat. So we didn't know what we were going to build when we got here, and this is what we landed on. Where's that group? Where's that group? Here. So I need to make the group a global variable so it can be accessed in the render function. This. And my computer freezes every time I refresh the page because it will. Okay. That's good. So far, so good. It's behaving exactly as before, but now it's in a group. But now, my friends. Now, if we rotate the group, it should rotate the text with it. So here we go. No, it didn't work. Wait, the text is in the group, isn't it? Oh, no, because this is cube. This is cube. Yeah, we want to make this group. Group. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Yes. That's pretty trippy, too. Because like the reflection of the text. Yeah. I am proud of this. The fact that we figured this out. We didn't have to copy and paste anything from Stack Overflow. That's awesome. Okay, so now, well, thank you, Mark Boots. Now we need text on every side of the cube. So it's really just a matter of figuring out what those coordinates need to be. We'll get text on every side. And then we're home free. Then we'll get some suggestions from the chat. We'll put those suggestions onto the cube, and we're done. We're done. What's up, Shane? Thanks for being here. Kotoli says, I'm getting dizzy. Okay, we'll turn the rotation off for now. Yeah, well, we need to do that. We need to add a button which starts or stops the spinning cube. Yeah, and my computer freezes every time I refresh the page. I am going to close out of any other Three.js instance, just so my computer can catch up. And then I'm going to open this up in Chrome and see if it behaves any better. Because for whatever reason, whenever I do graphics intensive things in Firefox, my whole computer freezes. If I set the text Z index to 20, it'll look engraved. Oh, you're right. It'll be like engraved on the cube itself. The only issue is we have that reflective surface. So even if it looks engraved, it still is technically reflecting. Okay, so now it's running in Chrome. Let's see. Let's just try adding more text. So we want really all this code where we're adding text, we're gonna put into a function. Add text. We'll figure out what the params are next, but so this function needs to know about the font that we can use to add it, the text that we want to add. So Three.js is a library for working with WebGL in the web browser. So that's how we're getting all this 3D stuff on the screen. Great. This is setting the center of the text. This is the color. Right now they're all going to appear in the same place, but the thing that we'll probably need to change is the rotation. Okay, so if we just want to get it on the opposite side of the cube, I honestly have no idea what we would do if anybody in the chat knows. So like right now we have the X rotation set to 0, the Y rotation set to math.pi times 2. So that's 2 pi. What does 2 pi give us? Why is it appearing where it is? Could I exclude the text from the reflection? Probably, but I have no idea how to do that right now because a lot of this code was just copy and pasted and I'm like slightly modifying it. Okay, to solve the reflection thing, before you update the reflection, hide the objects when the reflection map is rendered, and then make them visible again. Ah. So 2pi is full rotation. So, I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll pass to this function, we'll pass in x, y, and z. Well, actually, we want location and we want rotation. And so this will be location dot y. We'll change the name to position just so it matches. And then position dot x. And then rotation dot x. Rotation dot y. And also the z, which we'll probably need for other sides of the cube. Okay. All right. Now let's try to use it. So down here, after we load the font, we add the text with the font. Z is X. Okay, I'll fix it. Oh, the text. So this should be. We'll just do the number 1, and then we have the font, and then the position, and the rotation. So the rotation y was math.pi times 2 x0 z0 and this was like 25, I think. We'll adjust that. 2pi, yeah, tau. I'm very familiar with tau. What did we do? Rotation.x, rotation.y, rotation.z, position.y, position.z. We'll have to do something with the x position, I think. Maybe not, because it all starts in the same like origin. It's just rotated and the z and y change from there. I don't know. If we've done everything correctly. Oh, I need to, well, no, the group should already exist, so that code will work. But if I've done everything correctly, we should just get the number 1 on the screen in the same place that it was before. That is so much faster in Chrome. Nice. Okay, so we have the 1. Now let's get one on the opposite side of the screen, the cube. So we want 6. The z index. What if we do a -25? So that'll push it out to the other side of the cube. So there's 1. Yeah, look at that. But now we need to flip it. So the y rotation is half pi, or half tau. I can't believe I did it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, okay. So we want pi divided by 2, pi times 2, and pi plus pi divided by 2. Okay, so we have 1, and then we want 2 on this side right here. So here we go. The z will be 20, I guess 25, and then math.pi divided by 2. Let's see where that puts us. We've got 1, we've got 6, and 2 is nowhere to be found. Wouldn't 2 pi equal 0? I mean, I don't want to pretend like I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, we're making it a dice, but eventually we'll put whatever text we want on here. Making objects and for each we could, x or y is 25, not -25. Okay. Let me just do this and see where it puts it. There it is. Okay. So, that's great. But the Z index is 0. So if we do Z is 0, then it's going to be in the center here. Yeah, I think that should, yeah. Look, we got a 2 just like sitting right on top. So that's awesome. But what we want to do is we want to set it down. And that will require a different Y rotation. Is this just math.py for the rotation? No. We want to rotate the X. And again, I'm not going to pretend like I knew what I needed to do. I just saw Nabi said it in the chat. All right, that's too much. That's too much. Math.py divided by 2? Hey, but now we need to flip it like this. So I guess that's going to be the Y. Or no, what if I divide it by 4? Does that do anything special? Where and it's 90 degrees? it's just protruding just a little bit out. Multiply it by 4. That's totally wrong. Negative pi divided by 2. All right. Photon has it. Nice. Okay, so we've got 1, we've got 2. That's great. Perfect. It's perfect. I guess the only thing is, if the cube were to rotate, we need to make sure that the text is in the right orientation. And I think in this case it is. Well, maybe it won't, because the cube could rotate upside down and then the text would be upside down. Oh well. We'll get there. Let's add another one. All right, help me out. We need number 3 to appear on this side of the cube right here. So what does that mean? Z of 25. I just realized this is why dice don't use numbers. Yeah, because when they rotate, they might be. Well, some dice do. Yeah. Think of like a D20. It just has markers to indicate what's up or down. Yeah. Okay. And while we're here, let's just get some stuff on the cube, like a cactus and a community. And then what were some of the other suggestions earlier? UFO. Obviously, we're going to make it better, but I just want to see different text rendering. And then laundry. So, and thank you, Shane, for that Prime sub. Cheesecake Man is saying X equals 0, Y equals 25, Z equals 0. All right, let's see where that puts the word laundry. We've got cactus. We've got no. Now laundry is appearing on top with community. Wait, why is UFO offset like that? Oh, because we need to adjust the. We're not adjusting the X location in the render text function. We need to do that based on the length of the text. I think something like that. But right now laundry. Yeah, 50% guessing, 25% stalling, and 25% finding the answer in the chat. Okay, so this put us on top. We want to be to the right. So what does this give us? Where did laundry go? Laundry is nowhere to be found. It was probably better when I had numbers because it was a bit easier to see what we were doing. I could take a second and just get a handle on what these positions are actually doing. But I am not doing that. Okay, so laundry is there. It's just on the wrong surface. It's right behind cactus, I'm pretty sure. Y is 0 and Z is 25. Z is a negative 25, says Mark. Let's see. Where's the laundry? There's nothing more than relaxing than watching CJ after a long day of NFC coding research. Nice. Thanks for being here, Worsty. All right. Oh, it's protruding on the side of the UFO. This is JavaScript. This is JavaScript running in the web browser, but the library we're using is called Three.js. Okay, Photon has it. We've got x of 25, y of 0, z of 25, and rotate z with pi divided by 2. All right. Here's the winner. Photon figured it out. We're getting somewhere. sort of. No. We want it to appear on this side of the cube. This side. Nope. Okay. But now that it's there, what would we need to adjust? Would we need to adjust the rotation here? So like math.pi times 2, where does that put it? It puts it there. Okay, this is not okay. We at least math.pi. Rotation is good, but not position. How is cactus rotated? Why is math.pi times 2? Cool. This is fine. So now we just need to adjust the... Well, I guess not, because it's on this face. Actually, let me stop the scene from moving so you all can get a better idea and help me out here. Let's not adjust the camera position. Oh, what's going on here? We do need to update it at least once. I don't know. I already mentioned it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Rotate y by pi divided by 2. All right, we've got this. No. Usually we're doing things that I can talk about and teach you about coding, Staggy. But I will recommend Dr. Daniel Schiffman on YouTube. Check out the coding train. That playlist right there basically will teach you how to code from scratch. There's a lot of other stuff you could do as well. So that's the right rotation, but the wrong position. Okay. Is it though? Right. Because we're seeing the L. We're seeing the side of the L. So we just need to push out. I think this is the origin. Wait. Yeah, this is the origin. So we need to push out the Y. Y to like 50? No, not the Y. The X to 50. No. Is it still there? Wait, let's see where it is. So, yeah, we still see the L there. Okay, is it the Z? A Z of 50? Negative 25, 0, negative 25. this is just abstract art. The axis helper could help a lot. Just make the helper lines like 100 so they can be seen outside the cube. Okay. Axis helper. Z is the distance to your front, X to the left and the right. Okay. So Z like this. I mean, at this point, we need the laundry to come more this way. So this needs to be like 100, right? No. That can go back to where it was. This needs to be negative 100. Yeah, this is technically made in JavaScript, yes. Okay, okay, we're getting there. So with a negative 100, it's over here. Let's just keep pushing it. Let's keep pushing it, and it should show up on the other side of the cube. 125. There's that Y from the laundry. Changing X doesn't work. So this is the X of the location, not the rotation. Yeah, X is doing nothing. You're absolutely right. X is doing absolutely nothing. So if we leave that at 0, it should be... Oh, you're right, you're right. We're not actually affecting X because of the function itself. Yeah. This function, add text. So the X is being set to the center offset, which is the bounding box of the text. So should we do X minus that? Position.x minus the center offset, or plus? Is it what I'm doing, or is it what Photon is suggesting? Add it to X. All right, this is going to solve a lot of our problems because that value wasn't even being used. Look at that. Look at that. Oh no. Now we need to change. We need to change it for like what are we doing for community? Like this, we don't add it there because then community should show up in the right spot. Great. The fact that I could predict where that shows up means I sort of maybe kind of understand it. Okay. But now, what happens if we put laundry at 150? Look at that. It's way out there. Look at him. He's way out there. So this should just be 50. I don't know. Yeah, we're getting there. I guess just 25. 25 is the width of the cube, or not. 35. 40. I sort of kind of maybe understand it. All right, we're almost there. 45. Awesome. And then the only thing is, we actually need to adjust a different coordinate for the center offset depending on which side of the cube it's on. I don't think this font supports emojis. No, this is just like it has like coordinates of what letters should look like for the font. Now we need to change the Z to center it. So what if we passed in a fourth parameter, which is the one that we need to offset based on the width? Yeah, somebody, I think, was it Acid Spark? Somebody mentioned the Axis helper, and we never added it. Let's add it. Is it hidden inside of the cube? Oh, size. The lines representing the axis. The default is 1. Okay, yeah. So we need it to be gigantic, because right now it's inside the cube. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so is green... which is what? So this is X. The blue is Z. No. Orange is X. Green is Y. And blue is Z. So we technically need to move this in the Z index more this way. Yeah, X-axis red, Y-axis green, Z-axis blue. This helps. This helps a lot. So the center offset on this specific one is not the X coordinate. It's actually the Z coordinate. So add text accepts the offset dimension, which defaults to X. And then we do something like this. We have X offset is if the offset dimension is equal to X, then it's the center offset. Otherwise, it's 0. Is this right, though? I don't know. We'll see. Because this offset, this bounding box offset is looking at the X of the bounding box. But does that matter when we rotate? I guess not, because this is the bounding box of the thing originally, which makes sense for the X, but then we can reuse that after rotating it. Yeah. So if the offset dimension is Z, then we use that center offset, and then we use these here. Great. Great. But I guess in this last case, we don't want Z. What happens if we do Y? That makes sense, because that's Y. And then negative Z offset. Now I'm lost. I've been lost this whole time. I need to change the X now that the offset is 0. It's offsetting in the wrong direction. Oh. So if I do Z here, it went that way instead of that way. I don't know if that's always the case, though. Yeah, and then that makes a whole lot more sense for this now. That'll at least put it on the cube. Yeah, so now it's on the cube. But now I think the fix here is to subtract, but how do we know when to subtract versus when to add? Yeah, so that's great. This one's now broken. If we look at UFO, let's try and fix that one. Because UFO, we set to be a -25. And then we want to adjust the Z. Or no? No, we don't. We want to adjust the X, and it's not adjusting the X. Yeah. So I am going to need multiple different offsets. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm like, I need to be done really soon. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get the text on the other two sides of the cube. We're going to get these suggestions pulled in from Twitch chat and reappearing on the cube. And then the cube will rotate. That's the last thing we got to do. If the text is protruding off of the cube, I think that's fine. -X offset for UFO. Yeah. I think that would do it. Okay. I mean, I guess... Okay, so if it's X, then it's the center offset. Otherwise, if the offset dimension is equal to a -X, then it's the negative center offset. Wait, how does this work? Is that right? This code is really hard to read. So this just becomes Y. And then this is Z. Do I need parentheses? We can get it working without parentheses, right? Okay, so if the offset dimension is equal to Z, then we have the center offset. Otherwise, if the offset dimension is a negative of that, we have the negative center offset. And if it's neither of those, it's 0. That is what we want. And then over here when we did Z, this needs to be a -Z. And then that one's going to be -X. All right. It's going to work. Well, we broke everything. Now we need to just adjust it. So hello world needs to be, I guess, a negative or just a regular Z. No, that's not it. Basically, I need to just do this without a nested ternary. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. If the offset dimension is equal to X, then use the center offset. Otherwise, if the offset dimension is equal to -X, use the negative center offset. But if the offset dimension is not equal to X, -X then gives us 0. Well, that's why I need parentheses, yeah. Okay, so if the offset dimension is equal to X, center offset. Else, if the offset dimension is equal to -X, yeah, okay, here. This part here. Yeah, otherwise, this This is what we need. So if the offset dimension is equal to x, then we use the center offset. Otherwise, if the offset dimension is equal to negative x, then we do a negative center offset. Otherwise, it all results in 0. That's the winner, right? Did I do it right? That's right. Yeah. What's up, spicy ham boy? This is y. This is negative y. And then, oh. We're gonna get it. Here we go. So hello world's in the right spot. Look at us. All right, we got community, hello world, cactus. Got UFO. We need two more sides. And what's up, Sheet.moe? Yeah, we're doing Three.js. Oh, we're doing a really horrible job of it, but we are doing it. Okay, we want something similar to UFO. Yeah, first try. First try. What is the other one? We'll do a raptor. And by default, it's just going to appear right where UFO is because I copy and pasted it, and that is fine. But we now want to wait. Where's the origin? It needs to go more in the X direction. Anyone know what the rotation is going to be here? It's probably going to be content. Okay, so I need to look at this from the origin. So the origin is cactus. So from the origin, it needs to be negative 25 in the Z. To put it on this side, we don't want it on that side. No, we want it on this side. So from the origin, it needs to be negative 25 in the X. And that should put it here. Great, great, great. And then we need to do, I'm looking at the chat. We're saying math.pi divided by 2 for the Z. So we have cactus. That's not quite right. No, I think the Z was fine. We want to rotate Y. Says Traktark, not me. Traktark. All right, we're getting there. And then, no, that didn't do it. Just math.pi. How about that? Trial by fire. Negative math.pi divided by 2, and then we're rotating in the Y? Is that what somebody said? Hey! We're close. X? Nope. How about Z? No, a negative Y. Negative Y. Negative math.pi divided by a negative 2? Well, it's just Z. Wow. Okay. Oh, I don't know why that's so painful. It's honestly a lot easier with these axis markers. I have a better idea of where to put this stuff. All right, one last side. We got to put it underneath. Okay. All right. And the text we're going to put here is retro. Okay, so if we're starting here and we need to put it there, that's the Y. So we need to put it at negative 25 in the Y. So that's going to push it down. I guess the thing that has no offset is the cactus. No, they all have some sort of rotation. This is the content I'm looking for. What's up, Prince Jase? We're gonna get this one without looking at it. So I'm pretty sure we need to do -25 in the Y, so that way it appears at the bottom of the cube. Okay, so text is like this. It goes down. We then need to rotate it on the X, or are they all rotated on the Y? Everything's rotated on the Y. Never mind. So the suggestion is math.pi divided by 2. So this is, we already have the right rotation. And then we need to move it in the -X. All right, moment of truth. Does the word raptor appear on the bottom? Oh, no, it doesn't. We're close, though. We're really close. Or actually, no, we're not. It needs to kind of be in this orientation. Rotate on the X-axis. Instead of Y, you mean? Here? So this is our position. This is our rotation. Have we ever not rotated on the Y? Which is why I did that. Oh, we have. Okay. Okay. I got confused for a second and thought that we never did that. So, yeah. I'm writing this with JavaScript. Nice. Okay, what is that red line? That is X. Not quite. It needs to, I believe, oh. No? I mean, no, this is right. This is right. Yeah, we did it. Oh yeah, but this library is called Three.js, which is a JavaScript library for doing WebGL type stuff in the browser. All right, copy the word to the side and -Y. I mean, I think we've got it. So like, I mean, I don't know. Now we can reintroduce the rotation of the whole thing back in. Look at that. Somebody suggested earlier that we can potentially do something to the rendering of the reflection to not show the text. Though honestly, I think it's fine. But let's see where they're doing the reflection. We have the reflection mapping. Reflectivity. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it. I don't know where that's even happening. I don't know if we would have control over that. We can also get rid of this. Murdoch, thank you for that resub. Try setting the reflectivity of the text to 0. Is that what you're saying? How long you been here, Murdoch? 12 months! 1 whole year. Thank you very much, friend. That's a lot of support. Oh. Yeah, because we're setting the reflectivity. Well, no, the reflectivity of the cube makes it so that it reflects everything. Right? And Shirkum, thank you for that resub. 6 months. Very good. Very good. Okay, I'm not worried about it. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to get suggestions from Twitch chat, and we're going to add them to the cube, and then I think I'm done. I'm done. Like, this was pretty fun. I mean, we learned a little bit about, like, XYZ coordinates. I also kind of tried not to learn and just let the chat do it, but I learned a little bit. Got pretty close on that last one, on the last retro one. Now we need to set this up so we can get suggestions from Twitch chat, and then we're going to put those onto the cube as it is rotating. So, is it possible to update a text mesh or a text geometry after it's already been added? So, let's look at the text geometry documentation, because we're going to add it, and then later on we'll see if we can update the text displayed on it. Let's look at the docs for a text geometry. Okay. Yeah, so this gets passed in the text. We want to look at methods. Or do we literally have to remove it and re-add it? I would not like that. Let's see how they do this here, because whenever I start typing, it updates the text. So we need to look for like key down. How are they doing that? So we're grabbing the letters and we are refreshing the text. We are removing that text mesh and then adding a new text mesh. I guess that's fine. Though we do need to... Yeah, I guess that's fine. So basically what we need to do is, if we're going to be replacing the text on one side of the cube, we need to remove that mesh and then re-add it. Easy peasy. So here's what I want to do. So you can see down here how I'm calling this multiple times with different locations and rotations. I want to put these into an array so I can choose them randomly. And Blaniman, thank you very much for that 6-month resub. So something like this, the text infos. So this is going to be an array of objects that have a position and rotation. Like this. So we're going to have a bunch of these. So like this one. This is the position. Actually, can I find a way to do it all at the same time? Maybe. Let's see. I'm going to put a cursor. Oh, not there, not there. A cursor on everywhere that I have this. And Photon, thank you for the bits. 3D is 1D too many. It's hard. It's definitely much different than things we have done before. Okay. So what we need now is we have multiple cursors. I'm going to have an object that has a position of... there is not a sufficient disk space. Sorry about that, everyone. Give me a second. Oh no, not that. Text as a behavior subject. Oh, well, even with RxJS, we still would need the code that removes the mesh and then re-adds it. So, okay. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, so no, that didn't quite work. Let's start over. We're just gonna start over. So here's my thought. We have a bunch of cursors like so. We'll do it like this. A cursor like that, and then delete the extra one. A new line. Position. Like this. I guess we don't really even need to worry about the new lines. And then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should put us here. Go to the beginning of that line. Set the location to be that. And then we go down 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. We do a new line, a closing, and a comma. All right. Did I break it? Doing this too slow? I think it's faster than if I were to go and update each one. Okay, so now, if I format this thing, it should be, no, what did I do? Should be better it's not. We have, I guess, a syntax error. Oh, and it's not location, it's rotation. Should be rotation. Regardless, why is this having a hard time? Oh, here. Somehow this is missing that. There we go. Okay. But yeah, this should be this should be position or rotation. Great. And then this will throw on the object as like offset, like that. Like that. Here we go. Like that. Shift Alt F. I'll try it. Great. Oh yeah, so Shift Alt F. Nice, very nice. And now, instead of calling add text, I just really want all of these to be in this array of text informations. So everywhere I am invoking add text, or no. I don't know why that one's different. Put it there. There, okay, okay. There are no LEDs. The LEDs haven't been on the stream in a while. Okay, so this should be textinfos.push. That object. Great. And now that we have all the text infos, we can iterate through them and add text with them. Okay, so text infos. For each info, we want to add text with some text, the font, the info.position, the info.rotation, and the info.offset, like that. And for now, we'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on there. Dang it. What did we do wrong? We have position. We have rotation. Let's go back here. And then the last argument is the offset dimension, which defaults to X. Oh, maybe it doesn't like that it's passed in as a number. Let's just make sure we can do this. Yeah, I think it just didn't like that it was a number. So side index. Side 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can't even read the text, but it's working. So now we can dynamically set the text fairly easily. And I think now I'll just hook it up to Twitch chat. Honestly, we're just going to do this. We're going to hook it up to Twitch chat. And then as you submit suggestions, I'm going to replace one of the sides of the cube with your suggestion. And we're also going to slow down this rotation. This is just going to be a nice little display of community thoughts and suggestions. And thank you, Rave. Cool. I mean, I always say things like this, but I'm pretty happy with the fact that I actually got this working. Very obviously, I got a lot of help from chat, but we were able to take some existing code and modify it to our needs without really learning too much about WebGL or even Three.js. We just like looked at the code and modified it, which I think is a good thing. Okay, let's listen to Twitch chat. For that, we're going to use TMI.js, which is a JavaScript library for listening to Twitch chat. The code is pretty simple. We can just listen for messages. So we will do that at the bottom here. All right, let's try our Alt-Shift-F. No, that wasn't it. What was the command to Shift? Yeah, that was it. Shift-Alt-F. Didn't work. Cool. Well, the reason we're using a desert is because somebody suggested cactus. AcidSpark suggested cactus, which is why it's a desert. Okay, so we're listening for chat in the Coding Garden channel. And then when we get a message, we will potentially put it on one side of the cube. I think what we need to do, though, is these text infos. Oof, okay, so this was the other thing. Whenever we add text, we are creating a mesh that we later need to remove so that way we can add a new one. So I think what we'll do is this. So we have our text infos and our meshes, which we'll insert in there, and it should be in the same order. So we'll have text infos and our meshes. And when we create a mesh, we'll push it in here, and they should be in the same order. So that way we can now link a text info to a mesh. Where were we? Here. Message.push text mesh. Are we using text mesh anywhere else? I don't think we are. Yeah, we're not. We're not. Cool. Why are my messages looking different? Because you either are not following the channel or you are following the channel for less than 30 minutes. So that's why. It just helps me see new people in the chat. Do I even use jQuery? I don't. I mean, I think the closest I get to using jQuery is like using Cheerio on the back end. But yeah, okay. Okay. We need to add TMI. So let me go to the TMI GitHub to grab that library. I'm gonna grab this JavaScript file. Why did that happen? Let's save this to dev, Coding Garden, Coding Improv, episode 7, and this. What's up, Smitten Kitten? How you doing? Okay, so we downloaded the TMI.js JavaScript. We now need to link it. We can link it right here, like this. And now that code should work. We should at least be displaying messages that come through. You know, coding in JavaScript is actually quite fun when you think about it. Yeah. How often do you download TMI for streams? I mean, pretty often. That's what we do here. We do interactive coding with the Twitch chat. Yeah, so it works. Now, what we will do is we'll specify a command that you can use in the chat. Woo! Woo! Really? So we'll do this. The command and the args are going to be message.split on spaces. And if the command is equal to something about the community, it'll be like community or suggest something to do. And if your command is !suggest, then we're going to add it to the cube as a suggestion. So the suggestion is going to be args, the rest of the args, args.join. on a space. That's the suggestion, and then we will add it to the cube. But for now, we'll just log what the suggestion is. Does TMI need a user info token? It doesn't. So if you're just reading. And TJ MR, thank you for that resub. So if you do exclamation mark suggest, actually, I mean, we need to make it different. We'll do cube suggest. So if you do exclamation mark cube suggest, and then after that put any text, that should appear in my console. The next step is to take that text and put it onto the cube. What is a community cube? Well, it's this. It's just a cube that has, I mean, the initial idea was suggestions that you could do with your community or with your friends, but it took us a really long time to get the text onto the cube. So this is where we are. I don't think I'll do exclamation mark community because that might already be a reserved command for like one of my bots or something like that. Okay, now we need to add it to the cube. So I'm going to get a random index between 0 and 5, and that will be the side of the cube that your suggestion will go on. So random side equals math.floor of math.random times 6. So that should give us a random number between 0 and 5. And then we'll grab the mesh, which is going to be meshes at that random side. We will do group dot. I think you can remove something from a group with that. And then we'll grab the text info, which is going to be text infos at that random side. And then we're going to add text with your suggestion, the font, which should have been loaded, and then let's call this info. Info dot position, info dot rotation, and info dot offset. If you can't see that code, but if group dot remove works, this should work. This should remove the text that was on that side from the cube, and then add this one to that side with the same location and position. Let's change the default starting text to just be exclamation mark. What did we change it? What did we make the command? Community suggest? Suggest? Cube suggest. Cube suggest. Okay, so now every side starts off with exclamation mark cube suggest. All right, font is not defined. We can fix that. We can fix that. We just need to make it a global variable here. Naso says, your streams really make me want to learn to code. I've done some stuff with MATLAB, but I'd like to learn to do fun things like this. Well, that's awesome to hear. Whee! Oh, it worked. Ball. Okay, no, here's what I want you to do. I want you to like suggest things that oh no, it's overriding. So group.remove is not actually a function. I don't think it is. But if you haven't, I was talking to Nosos. If you haven't seen the Coding Train on YouTube, definitely check him out because he does a lot of cool stuff as well. And he has like playlists on learning to code from scratch. Yeah, so right now with the pronouns, we have it like if you choose she, then it's she and her. We really, right now, we don't really have a combination. All right, I need to figure out how to remove something from a group so that it doesn't render. Let's look at the docs. We can look at a group. Methods. Group.clear. And Supeko, thank you for the resub, who says, thanks for all your work. Well, thank you for resubbing. I'm using Three.js, so this is the 3D library that I'm using. Yeah, their landing page has a ton of amazing examples of stuff that's been built with this. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it for sure. Okay. The thing is, I don't think I want to clear the group, Ed, because I want to leave the other ones in there that were in there. Oh yeah, and for the coding train suggestion, check out Mr. Schiefman there. Random -1? At this point, it's just art. And Viteter. Let me pronounce your name right. Vet Eater. Thank you for that Prime sub. It'll delete all the children. If you want to delete a specific, then group.remove with the object as the argument. Okay. This is a JavaScript library. Yeah. Wow. We need to figure out how many letters across can we fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's like 15. So if we split the text every 15 characters with a new line, I don't know. The thing is, we would have to do more maths to be able to wrap the text. But I am doing group.remove. So I'm attempting to remove that mesh, but I don't know if it's getting removed. Okay. Are we doing anything else with the group? Hey, Baldy, welcome. So we're just adding things to the group, and then we add the group to the scene, and that's it. Oh, you're totally right. You're totally right. We need to change the mesh in the... Well, aren't we doing that? Yeah, that's why. We need to replace it. We need to replace it in the... Okay, so check it. So whenever we... right here, we're just doing meshes.push. Here's the thing. If we pass in an extra argument, instead of pushing, we will replace mesh index. Yeah, that's it. We're not actually replacing the mesh. So the first one might actually get removed. I don't know, but here we go. This is gonna fix it. It's gonna be great. So if you specify a mesh index, we're just going to overwrite it. We're just gonna say meshes at that mesh index equal that text mesh. Honestly, no, let's not even do this. Let's just return the text mesh. Yeah, that's way easier because then we can handle it on the outside and decide what to do with it. Because in the case of adding all of our initial text, we're just going to push it into the array right here. So, and then here we can say text meshes dot push that text mesh. Great. So that only gets added to the array there. And then down here, we'll create it and then overwrite it. So we'll say meshes at random index, random side equals that text mesh. I think I called the variable something wrong. This is just meshes. Yeah. So, whee! Okay, it should refresh. We've done something horribly wrong. Text mesh is not defined. Yep, I believe it. Capital M. All right. All right, now's your time. In the chat, type !cube suggest, and you can make a community suggestion and add it to this cube. Like undefined, or IoT, or PIDUS, or actually, I'm gonna turn off the rotation because it is really hard to even read with the rotation happening. You missed the whole thing, Momo, but I'll explain it to you. So we have this cube. And on this cube, you can see there are 6 sides that are telling you to run !cube suggest in the chat to suggest something to be added to this cube. Now, the initial idea was we have a bunch of suggestions, and those suggestions, like they would be on the cube. You would spin the cube and then get a suggestion for you to do as a community or to do with your friends. But it took us a really long time to get the text onto the cube. So this is where we are. In the chat, you can just do !cube suggest, and it will just replace a random side with the text that you have written. Apparently, this side hasn't been replaced yet, so... yeah, alert, Hedge, coding heart, smiley, I am not a cube, error, Playboy, Carty, PHP is great, hello, this is not a suggestion. I'm not a cube. Wait, why did that get replaced with cube suggest? Oh, did somebody cube suggest? Fatal error. Two cube suggest? I don't know. Tacos, please. And to Mamic, thank you very much. Or T Mamic? Or T Mam, I see. Thank you for that sub. Very much appreciated. All right, we're done. This is Coding Improv. We did not build what we set out to build, but nobody said we were going to do that anyways. I'm proud of this. Censored. We're in a desert. We have a cube. It has random things coming from Twitch chat on it, and I think it's great. I think it's fantastic, and thank you all for being here while we built it. Let's actually just make it spin really fast, like really, really fast. Really fast. Yeah, okay. Now just suggest things. Just suggest things. They'll start popping up. I can barely read them, but that's okay. Wow, Dizzy! I think I saw a great job in there. Great waterfall? What? The cake is a lie. I think it's great. I think it's especially great when somebody tries to make something really, really long. And then it just disappears because other people suggest things. Okay. Can I make it move on suggest? That would be a good thing. Yes. So like when somebody suggests something, we rotate it to where that suggestion, which side that suggestion appeared on. Cube suggest. All right, and one last thing, just to change it up a little bit, let's find a new 3D, or like a new mesh to put as the background. Does anybody remember what the site was that we were on? It was like HDR, this thing. Let's find a new mesh. Oh, wait. This? HDRI. We want to be in a studio. Not that kind of studio, I guess. Urban? Here we go. We're going to be outside in the winter at Blauburen Church Square. Let me grab this. Oh, we could do it in space. Yeah, let's see if there's any... I actually kind of like that. Well, let me just do this really quick to show you how easy it is to change. Because I literally just have to change the mesh that's being loaded for the environment. Like that. And then Murdoch says, I'm definitely going to turn this into an overlay for streamers with it showing the last 6 events of the stream. And when a new event happens, I'll have it spin real fast to the thing that just happened. Yeah, you could do some really interesting stuff. Yeah, especially like you could make your own 3D picture to add as the environment for the background. which would be great as well. Okay, let's see if we can find any space. I don't know if I know that reference, Acid Spark. Space. There's no space. What about planets? What about stars? Nothing. Okay, we do have night. We can pick like a night sky. This is a good one. Here we go. The image isn't that great. This one? Is that the same one? Universe. All categories. Universe. I thought I was, you know, you might be right. I was in a different category. Space? Milky Way? Does anybody want to find an HDR image of space? Oh, here we go. I mean, these are the same ones I saw earlier. All the photos are actual locations. Okay. Let's just go with this one. Satara Night with no lamps. It's actually not that HD because it's at night. All right. Space HDRI image. I'm not Shutterstock. I mean, here we go. Thank you, Shadow Lad. Let's see what this is. Well, it costs $14. Oh no! I accidentally closed the Twitch chat. Oh well, I'm not gonna reopen it because I'm gonna end the stream really soon. So there's the Twitch chat. Let me just find one more good image. A JPEG of the Matrix. No, these sites aren't that great. I guess let's try to find like maybe like a botanical garden. That'd be a good place to end it. On a garden, yeah. All right. Well, what about this one? A Chinese garden. It's perfect. It's perfect. We do have to change our credit though, because now we want to credit. Andreas Mishuk. Mishuk. Okay. Here it is. We're in this beautiful Chinese garden. Type exclamation mark cube suggest in the chat, and it'll appear on the cube. There it is. So wow, much is in. Hello. Wait, what? Hello, what? Hello/new line world. Coding garden. Sphere. Question marks. Object. Nice. Object. Wait, what was that really long one? Oh, you were suggesting an actual image. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, if we do it without reflection, I think it's just going to be a white cube. But I'm open to it because we never messed around with that setting. Reflectivity. Or it's going to be a black cube. Reflects no light. Or not. No, it's a white cube. We actually could find a mesh to put onto the cube if we really wanted to. But yeah. Wir wollen tanzen. I don't know what that means. Wow. Okay, I think we're done. Thanks everyone for all your suggestions. I mean, I'm really glad that we worked in 3D today. We've never really done that on the stream, so I'm proud of that fact. Oh, it could be a... You could do a lot of things. You could load any 3D object into this environment and do weird stuff. Yeah. Share knowledge. Actually, I mean, maybe I'll have to do this next time, but I could use my own 3D images, like my own 360-degree images, and load them into an environment like this. This is great. This is really cool. We're going to do more stuff with Three.js, and we'll learn about it more, because we kind of just hacked through it and did it without learning too much. Okay, that's all. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We are going to do a raid, so stick around for that. Wait, what did somebody say? Photogeometry my head? And then replace the cube. Yes, yes. And thank you for being here, everybody. Everybody. These are our raid messages. If you are a sub, you can use this raid message. If you're not a sub, you can use this raid message. And if you want to copy these raid messages yourself, you can go there. I don't know who we're going to raid, but whoever we raid, show them lots of love. Drop a follow if you like what they're doing. All that good stuff. This has been Coding Improv. The next stream is not officially planned until next Friday. But I've been eating healthy. I've been getting a lot of sleep. So I think it's more likely that I actually will stream during the week next week. But if you follow or if you join the Discord, you'll get notified when I go live. You're great. You're great. You're awesome. Thanks for hanging out. That's it. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.